basically mono red with the light splash of black from the recent Magic Online PTQ. It actually put a player in the top 4 and in the top 8, so 2 people in the top 8 total with the exact 75s. And that kind of impressed me, so I wanted to give it a try. It doesn't actually make a lot of sense to me. I feel like there's not enough black mana for these unlicensed integrations, this Heartless Pillage or this Duress. Maybe there's enough for the 5-drop in Angrath, but I just don't think there's enough for these cheaper spells. On top of that, not having at least a third Hazoret feels odd, and not having any Effort Spear Harvesters in the sideboard when this format feels to me like it's almost entirely mono red mirrors. Like, I don't know the exact numbers, but it honestly feels to me like red deck wins is 40 to 50% of the format right now, and that number's clearly pulled out of my behind, so like it's not science or anything, but gosh, I get paired versus them a lot. I'm a huge fan of Phoenix though. I think Scrap Heap's actually a pretty good card, and like it's still a 3/2, so if you never buy it back, it's fine. That being said, I don't know if it's a better card than Kenra, but it does give you more play versus like the Grixis decks and the blue-black decks and stuff, so like I kind of wanted to try it. Losing Skullscar Mage for Fanatical Firebrand seems kind of awkward, but you've got to keep in mind that most of the lists that runs Soulscar Mage runs somewhere between 10 and 11 burn spells, while this deck only runs 8. So like we get significantly less value out of the -1/-1s, and we have just less spells in general because we don't have the Chandras in the main deck either. So I think it's worth a try. I feel like I'm just going to prefer mono red, or maybe like a more mono red version of this deck with a lighter splash of black. But I do want to try it because, like I said, it impressed me that there was 2 in that list. And I want to, if there was 2 in that top 8, they had to play versus mono red a lot that day. So like maybe I'm just overrating how badly I think our chances versus mono red are. We do have a 3rd Magma Spray and double Dire fleet, so like those are all good versus red. I don't know. I think mono red to me is the best deck in the format at the moment, so like I'm operating on a clear bias when I make all of these comments, but nobody wants to hear me ramble, so I'll shut it up. We'll click this button and we'll start to party. We'll party and we'll do it heartily. Need to go put my cell phone on charge, but that requires getting up, and getting up is probably not in the cards for me. Alright, so let's scoot this over here. We'll go ahead and play first. That's a good enough mono red hand. I guess we gotta keep the mono red hand. It's actually a pretty good hand. We have the 1 removal spell, which you, as everybody knows, I think is pretty vital in this format. We have what I call the best card. I actually think this card's... It's definitely the best non-Hazoret Phoenix card. There's an argument that it's the best card overall. I don't know how you actually rate those cards. Like, they're all so good, and so good at different aspects of the game. I'm probably just wrong. Alright. So, snake decks, in my opinion, have always been traditionally hard for this deck to beat. Fatal Push and Winding Constrictors are just really rough. So he was thinking about killing this, and then he chose not to, which makes me think that he's probably going to kill this thing. But that's okay. That's alright. It's not like we have another play. We're not going to hold up Lightning Strike just hoping he plays a spell and do no damage when he pushes this. That's just not something we're doing. So if he does happen to have Fatal Push, hopefully he doesn't have a Snake too. Wait, there's what's banned in Frontier? I have no idea. What's up, George? What's up, local? Beaumont Courier is pretty good. See, like that's a good idea. Like Page 3 could run a Frontier event. They have a lot of Frontier cards to sell. I guess he's spending a lot of this time deciding which one of these two he wants to push. Hoping he pushes this one, of course. Don't care about doing the extra damage. Or, never mind, he just has nothing. Wah, 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 wah. Battle at the Bridge, so he's playing that deck that we played yesterday. That's interesting. That deck's probably hard for us to beat. They have some, like, mediocre Ode cards, you know. Like, stuff from, like, Pharaoh's Block and stuff like that when they were a much more popular of a store, but, like, none of them are, none of them sell particularly good or anything. You know what I mean? So this deck has two main deck sweepers, and we obviously really need to dodge one. Even if he has a Contempt, we're lethal. If he has another Moment of Weakness, we're lethal. If he has one of his sweepers, it keeps him tapped on the following turn, and when hopefully we can deal enough damage with that. Looks like our opponent's playing our deck, the deck we played yesterday. That should be interesting to sideboard versus. Alright, so if they're playing that deck, we definitely want this. We definitely want this. What else do we want? Think we want the Duress. Actually, think we want the Heartless Pillage as well. Probably want these. Probably want these. Just want it all. I definitely don't want a Braids. I'm just being a cute ass when I move them over. I definitely don't want the Braids. So I'm going to get rid of the Magma Sprays for sure. I'm going to get rid of the 4 Braids for sure. Like I said, I was just being a cute ass. I have absolutely no idea what to do about the other 8 cards. They have no Glorybringers, and their deck would be a deck with a couple gifted Efferborns in it. Maybe we don't want the Dire Fleet Daredevils in. They don't attack particularly well, and a lot of his removal spells are like Moments of Weakness, so like maybe we can't kill those with it. Maybe Dunlas's Disintegration also isn't good enough for the same similar reasons. Like, we can try to hold our Lightning Strikes, we can try to hold our Chandras and whatever. Gosh, look at the curve of this deck. These hazards are just never attacking. Can we really have 10 4-drops in our deck? That doesn't sound reasonable at all. Maybe these Fanatical Firebrands aren't good enough. They don't actually kill anything here. Yeah, they don't actually kill anything here. Alright, we'll try this then. It is a lot of Chandras. It's a lot of 4-drops, but we are playing versus a really weird control deck that has, you know, 2 Yehini's Expertise, 1 Bantu's, and only 3 Moments of Weakness. Sorry, 3 Veraskas. So, like, overloading them with the Chandras and the Rekindling Phoenixes may be good. They also have 1 Never. If they're playing the deck from yesterday, which, you know, I'm just assuming. I don't know. Alright, we'll keep this hand. Opponent mulliganed. We got 1 spell in case he has the Efferborn. And there's the Efferborn. So, decision time. I think I don't care if he gains life. I'm just going to play this. I don't think I care if he gains 2 life. Like, I think this game's going to go really long anyway. Okay. Fine with that. I don't care if he gains another 2 life, because next turn we can play double spell. Basically, I'm just trying to use my mana as efficiently as possible. Heartless Pillage. He's only got 2 cards in hand, doesn't he? Yeah, looks like we're changing our mind on what we're doing here. I wonder if we should have kept our braids in because of the gateways. Yeah, I just think it was worth. Maybe I'll keep a braids in over that next time. So we're gonna go ahead and put a card under this. And at this point, I don't think I actually want him to gain life, so I think I'm just gonna pop this off. And I'm gonna do it now so he can't fatal push. This Deadlands could be a problem. All he has to do is hit like a land. If he drew a sweeper, he drew a sweeper. If he didn't draw a sweeper, we can do 11 damage next turn. I mean, potentially, he could use the Deadlands, or, you know, could have like a land in the hour. It's just a lot of things he could do. So he's going to Mastermind. So quite a few draws that were lethal there. Be interesting to see what he gets out of his deck with the Mastermind. Oops, have to pay a red. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So even if he gets a sweeper, he's dead to the Scrap Heap Scrounger. So I think we're fine with that. Or he's just dead to the Kinra, if it comes back as well. I wonder if he put his like Bantu in his sideboard or whatever. Moment of Weakness doesn't do it here. Alright. Well, we got paired versus what seems to be a bit more casual deck to me. But we got there. We went high to taste our red spells. This Heartless Pillage was actually pretty good that game, but I mean, there's only only 10. I said 7 a while ago, but there's only 10 black sources, so like, seems like it's just not going to happen a lot. But it was definitely sweet that game. Definitely sweet that game. Well, we won the dice roll. A Hazard and a Prayer. I'm not inclined to get rid of this hand. Sure, I'll get rid of it. It's just too slow. Hey Darth, how are you doing today, man? Alright, so this hand's pretty good again. We don't have the mana, but we do get a Scry. Which means we get an interesting decision on turn 1. If it's a card we don't want, do we leave it on top just to get rid of it with the Beaumont? We definitely don't want that. I'm actually going to put it on top because I wouldn't mind to put it under the Beaumont. It's like a card that I actively want under the Beaumont. And we don't want to draw it. So I'm definitely attacking. Well, obviously we want lands. That's bad for us. Yeah, if we hit runner, runner, land, we've got the type of cards that win this match. We definitely have to hit the lands to make it happen, though. If we don't hit the lands, we're SOL. That's disappointing. So I don't think I'm going to offer the Beaumont for that. So I think I will offer the Earthshaker for it. Yeah, I'm not going to offer the Beaumont for that. I think the Beaumont's better than that. We're definitely in bad spots in this game, though. So I'm going ahead and offering this trade because, like, if he has hidden stockpile, I don't want him to randomly gain a life next turn. I'd rather this just be dead. And I don't care about the vampire being in my graveyard. But we really need to hit our land next turn and start getting these phoenixes online. That's probably what it takes to win, unless, you know, like he misses mana or something. Which it looks like he is so far, unless he's just playing it post-combat. Alright, so that's what we need. That's a hard card for him to deal with, especially when he's only on 2 mana. He's got to hit kind of like runner land to even get past that. That was a good draw step. It's kind of weird that that doesn't say target opponent. Alright, well, we got 2 Phoenixes and we got an Earthshaker Kindred that even says the Anointed Priest can't block. Feels like we're doing smashing things. Alright, so versus tokens. I feel, again, like you're pretty good here. I feel like all of you guys are good here. You'd think the Duress would be good here, but I don't think it is. Again, we don't really have black mana on turn 1, and the odds of drawing that and a black mana earlier are pretty low, and drawing it mid-game doesn't seem great. Pia puts out flyers and says some of his dudes can't block. I guess that's reasonable. Magma sprays seem reasonable, but not great. I think I'm down for those, and I think I'm down for this. I'm just going to get rid of some of my braids again. Is this something I can even do? These Fanatical Firebrands just don't do anything. They're like just bad in this match. He's got too many 1/3s. Maybe the Direfleet Daredevil's okay then? I'm not sure. Just gonna try this. There's a good chance that the Lightning Strike should just be like the Dire Fleets or like the Heartless Pillage or the Duress or something, but because I think the Lightning Strikes are really bad. So we're both keeping our 7 this time. We have another really powerful hand. We have 2-drop, a number of 3-drops, a powerful Planeswalker. This is a match I would sideboard out at least 1 Hazard in, by the way, so. Good chance this thing is ghosted. About the only way it wouldn't die, I think, is if he had the split card in his hand. Sunscourge Champion. Not a card I was really expecting. I think I'll just go ahead and play this one. Not a fan of that. Well, we do what we can do then. I think it's called Start and Finish. If he's going to Fatal Push to Kenner, I wouldn't expect him to have the thing that makes 2 1/1s, though. Could just Fumigate here, gain 4 life, and then be able to gain 4 more life next turn. Or that. That's really good here, too. You can sack that, get a trigger, get a dude, get 4 life on the following turn. He chose not to. That's wonky to me. Alright, well, I'm just going to play a random thing. I don't think I'm going to deal this point of damage. Oh, feels to me like a point of damage I may never get back, though. He's got 3 cards in his hand. We have to be significantly in a bad spot here when we don't have lands, right? Like, everything's screaming to me that he has a Fumigate. I'll just sack these if he does. It's not the end of the world. Oh, so he's definitely attacking here, so he has to have a Fumigate. Oh wait, not attacking. I guess I'm just wrong. Alright, so let's see here. You sack. Give yourself unblockable because that's cool. So he gains 3 life back to 18. He's back to 22 with that. We pretty much have to hit our land this turn to have any shot. Yeah. So you Sanders a prayer. I'll go ahead and start with this one. I want to tick up its loyalty anyway. Goodbye, Hazaret. We will miss you. I want to go ahead and tick up its loyalty because there's a good chance that I want to minus it next turn. To, like, kill this thing. So I wanted it to still potentially be alive. He attacked me. Because he's got a cast out or something for this then? Has to have a cast out or something then. Nothing else makes a lot of sense. Ixalan's binding maybe? Oh, okay. Well, that's a thing. So he's come for the mono red match. He just has it. He's got all the cards to fight versus mono red. That means this is a lot harder match than even normal, and it's already normally a hard match. Let's fine for me if he wants to not sack. So he's got 2 removal spells. Is that going to Deadlands as well or something? Nope, he just has 2 removal spells. He did not buy back his Sunscourge Champion though, so that means the card in his hand's probably pretty good. Well, this is kind of disappointing. I can play the Hazard and a Scrap Heap Scrounger out, but if I do so, neither of them can block and we're just letting the Chandra die. If the Chandra's going to die no matter what, maybe I should just kill one of these. Maybe I should just play you two then so you can block. But he could already stop the block with that. Yeah, whatever. Guess I'm just playing Hazard, hoping that we can start attacking soon. Real bad shape here, though. He's got start to finish, too. Don't know what we can draw. Three fatal pushes, top 15 cards. I feel like we just need to be faster versus them, but like I don't really think we can get faster. This isn't particularly good here. So none of this stuff's particularly good here. Maybe we can bring in the Firebrands. They kill like the Legion's Landing token, and that's pretty much it. Huh. This thing can attack most turns, or block most turns. And we could get this back? It's 5 mana to do all that? I don't think ever using Fatal Push is very good. Yeah, I just don't think we have a lot of sideboarding options. I think our sideboard's built to try to go bigger than people, and I don't think you can really go bigger than this. I'm just dead. I'm dead on board, almost. Pretty much dead on board. He's got 6 things we can't block. Could have played the Crasher and blocked and we'd have got another turn, but we're not drawing to anything, so. I think you're actually really good in this match. Just don't have anything that's really good here. I don't think Lightning Strikes are really good here either. So what's the best 6 cards in our sideboard? Maybe we have to go with the Duress and Heartless Pillage even though I don't want them. And just like 4 random burn spells. Something like this, maybe? Whatever, I'm gonna try those. I don't think the discard spells are any good here. I don't think the lightning strikes are either, though. I don't think any of these removal are particularly good. Alright, we'll keep it. We have to hit lands, but we'll keep it. If it hit lands, this is a pretty powerful hand. I think that was a lot of our problem last game. We might have been able to win last game if we wasn't missing land drops. But with missing them, it really lowers our options of what we can do. No fatal push one time for Daddy? Sad thing is, even if he doesn't have a fatal push, like all he has to do is play the 3-1 next turn, and like that's really good versus me. That's not the 3-1 at least. We definitely had an aggressive draw this game. So if he's doing that, there's almost no chance that he doesn't have start to finish. I think I'm supposed to attack pre-combat and just let him start and finish this. Or a removal spell. I mean, he's got something, right? There's so few things in his deck that he can't cast for 3 mana. Yeah, so there's the start and finish. Hopefully he double blocks Pia. That's not double blocking Pia. Kind of want to play Beaumont with this, but I kind of don't want to miss the damage with it. I don't want to miss the damage. And playing Beaumont's only better if he doesn't deal with this. Like if he's going to cast out or binding this, playing the Beaumont's much worse. I think I should wipe the token out? I mean, he's got to spend a mana to get anything out of it. Not sure I care about the token. That's what I was afraid of, though. So right there is exactly what I was afraid of. Rekindling Phoenix. Guess we should have played the Beaumont. Yeah, but I don't know that the stockpile engine does anything. Stockpile engine like makes him spend mana. Yeah, he could. He could like kill the Pia and get back the. He could kill the Pia and get back like another token, but if he does that, he's not killing the Chandra, and we're casting Beaumont Courier next turn off of the Chandra mana. which like puts him at a horrible spot. I think. I think he has to spend that turn. I think he has to spend the mana that turn on killing the Chandra or we're winning. I'm not actually sure. By the way, hey, what's up, Buttons? I should probably listen to Buttons. He's definitely the red expert, not me. Rekindling Phoenix is very good. I should have 7 points in the air next turn, even. No. I'm saying the turn that we chose not to tick down this Chandra, I think that if he'd done this instead of binding, like we were probably winning that game. I know we can't play the Chandra now. I was saying that on that turn, like I guess it's a turn and a half ago now. I was saying I think he had to spend his mana to get to Chandra or we were winning. Yeah, tokens is pretty hard, especially because this guy has both champion and he has both champion and Regal Caracol, so like he come prepared to fight the red match, even more so than normal. What did he do there? Did he put on top or bottom? I didn't see. All right, he put on top. Okay, well. Making his two things not block doesn't do anything. I don't want to attack the PA into the Sun Scourge. So maybe I could play the Beaumont and sack the Beaumont to the Sun Scourge and attack for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, forcing the block with this at least. The question is, Beaumont and Pump attack, he will go to 3. I don't know if I want to let this die. So if we play this and spend 1 mana and then we pump that up, we've got 4, 5, 6. So he goes to 3. Is it worth killing the token or not? I'm trying to decide whether I want to kill the token or whether I want to draw a card. Killing the token seems like it has some value to me. Drawing a card with the Beaumont seems like it has some value to me as well, because I feel like if you put a card on top, he's probably either put like an Ixalan Binding type effect or a land for like a Fumigate. I'm talking about his token. I'm trying to decide whether I want to kill his token. Casting the Beaumont feels kind of bad if he, Casting the Beaumont feels kind of bad if he has a Fumigate. I think I'm just attacking for 6. Kind of feel like I'm just attacking for 6 and sacking the Beaumont. I think him being at 2 and being at 3 is irrelevant. I have no shocks in my deck. Our Ixalan's binding Chandra, so Hazard's the only thing we have that deals exactly 2 damage that we can get through a Legion of things. And I'm just going to pump once. Let's save him the time and just sack this instead of having to go through the block crap. This gives us a better chance to get a land for next turn, too. That's cute. So if he has a Fumigate, he's going to go back to 6 life. And if we hit a land for the Kenra, we win. If we hit any haste spell, or any of our haste creatures, we would win because they'd be able to make his servo not block. And if he just left an Ixalan's Binding on top of his deck, he's tapped out, and this wins. I think we beat most spells here that aren't Settle to Wreckage. I think we beat most non-Settle to Wreckage spells. Not 100% sure, of course. Well, I would sack this, so he would only gain 1, 2, 3, 4 back to 7. And the Rekindling Phoenix would come back. So the Beaumont would still be lethal. But even if he was at 8, he would still be lethal. I guess Settle to Wreckage is the only card I'm really afraid about. Could have Cast Out as well, couldn't he? I think Fopter's worse because if he has Fatal Push, Fopter doesn't kill him. I think I'd rather just attack with the Phoenix. No, I guess if he has Fatal Push, it doesn't matter. If he has Fatal Push, it doesn't really matter, does it? No, I don't think he wouldn't have already used it because then he would have left himself dead on board to the Fopter. Like, he couldn't use it because he just dies to the other threat. He left a card on top of his library last turn, so in theory, I feel like it has to be either Cast Out or Settle to Wreckage. I don't think he'd leave a Fatal Push on top. Oh. I guess we should have sent the Phoenix. I don't think he left a Fatal Push on top, so I think he just randomly had that in his hand. Is this another start? I don't know if he's going to gain 4 life back with that. So he goes to 7. We can still attack him down to 1 even if he goes to 7, assuming he doesn't hit a land. This is weird. The hell's in his hand? The hell's in his hand? I guess it's just Settle to Wreckage then, right? Nothing else makes sense. Literally nothing makes sense but Settle. I'm not going to put this Rekindling Phoenix into combat. I'm definitely just attacking with the ground guys. I'm just trying to decide whether I'm going to bother to attack with the Pia as well. Probably not Taco. I just really like them. I'm trying to decide if this card does anything the rest of the game or whether I would just rather have a black mana this turn. Kind of feel like I just want a black mana. The Phoenix is definitely not attacking. I'm deciding whether the Pia is attacking. Playing the Kenra isn't good versus start to finish. I think the Pia is attacking. I'm not sure. I don't think it does anything this game really. Oh no, we do have quite a few artifacts. I guess it does do something. I don't hate it just dying though, because like he could just be drawing to a Fumigate or something. So there's the Settle. So the Kenra still takes a minimum of 2 turns because of the Soskar Mage, or Sun Scourge Mage. He definitely drew the Plains that turn. He's not really had an answer for the Phoenix any other turn, so he's probably just cycling something and gaining 4 life, which means we can still win. Mainly because I wanted to land noobs. I wanted to land out of the deck so I could start using the Deadlands. It could have been wrong. I'm not actually sure that it was right. That's what I spent so long thinking about on that turn, though. And I didn't want him to just have like another random Fatal Push. Or if he had start, it was chump chump, like it wasn't like block 1, keep 1. But like, so like the worst case scenario was I get 2 swamps, which I don't think is bad for me. And the best case scenario is I get like maybe half of a start killed or something. I don't care about taking 1 point of damage there. So like now I would have enough lands that like an Earthshaker Kenra would be, or not Earthshaker Kenra, sorry, like an Ancrash Cropper would like be lethal. Because I could kill the 1/1 and make the other dude not block. Or I could like kill the 1/1. Make Hazard like chump block, or make this thing like chump block a Hazard or something if we draw it. Or we could just draw Duress. First of all, let's see what he did with the sack, because I wasn't really paying attention. He discarded an Anointed Priest, which is good. So he put on bottom. I think I want to go ahead and kill this thing. I think it uses the mana better. Unfortunately, he's not dead to this either. Like with just what's on board, he can buy back the priest to gain 1 life, then sack this and gain another life. So he can go up to 5. Hey Zakal, I went with Sultai Constrictor, 0 free drop, and a PPTQ and got 100% wrecked by this deck. Wow, that is, I guess, not interesting timing, since he probably had to sack it that turn at the worst anyway. We put on bottom, so at least it wasn't top. He can still play the Anointed Priest here and end up with 1 life. I guess I'm just attacking. Gonna make him show it to us. We got another Phoenix anyway. Yeah, he could have got the 1 life from when this come into play and the 1 life from that. The game feels like it's locking up right now, so I think he's conceding. So I guess he missed that. Yeah, he wasn't dead on board. He could have played that and gained 2 life. So he just missed that interaction, I guess. He was either bluffing, which we drew a Phoenix, so that kind of ruined his bluff, or he just didn't understand that he was alive. I'm not sure which. That would have been a cute card. I'm still not 100% sure about the Pia attack. Game was hard. Got lucky that he stalled on that 5th land for so long, because if he'd got that cat and stuff out earlier, we would have had a lot of problems. I think we ran pretty well there. Take care, Buttons. Thanks for stopping by, man. Can't wait to see you smash folks with red again. Got real lucky that he didn't get his 5th land, though. That was brilliant for us. I'd say that match put us back over 1900. I have no idea why I care about a 1900 MTGO rating. But I like having one. We're still not 1900? That's ridiculous. We're 2-0 today, and I think I lost a point. I'm pretty sure I was 1897 when I logged out last night. Alright, we'll keep this hand. It doesn't have the removal spell that I always want, but I think the hand's too powerful not to have. Yeah. Well, this hand's not good for the mirror. Or even the semi-mirror, rather. I'm almost positive I was 1896 when I logged out last night. Now, I've certainly not lost a match yet, so. I caught a hand literally that has a 1-drop, 2... It now has a 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, and I still don't... Sorry. We have a 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, and I still do not think this hand is good for this match. How insane is that? That I don't think our hand's good in this match. I don't think we can play defense. Maybe we can play defense on this next turn? I'm not sure. Like, he was on the play. So, like, this curve just doesn't matter if we can't attack. And he's always ahead of us unless he's missing a land. He's just always ahead of us on the attack unless we're missing land, unless we miss a land. I'm going to attack one more time because I'm crazy. Feel like he doesn't have the land. It is a race war, and he was on the play. That's why it's so terrible for me. That's why it was so terrible for me. Oh God, he's blinking first. He's using a removal spell. He tapped a mana and then didn't use it. I'm just not attacking him. Screw this kid. I'm just not attacking them. Screw this kid. He's got a removal spell. He's got a removal spell. I'm not winning this race. Just gonna block. I don't even care. So we'd be at 8 right now if we'd attacked. Ugh, let's just have double removal spell? Triple removal spell. What? How do we beat triple removal spell? Now he's got this thing. That's gonna draw 900 cards. So that was 5 damage he could have done to our face. We could be at 3 life right now if we attacked that turn. That's a Hazoret. He's only attacking with Hazoret. Well, that's just wrong. That does literal nothing. Well, that just didn't do anything. Get out of here. I guess he's got a removal spell in his hand or something? I don't know. I guess we have to keep playing defense. I don't know how we ever beat this. Like, how do we win in 4 turns? Maybe we can draw another Phoenix. Drawing another Phoenix is how we can beat that. Captain Lannery Storm. Come on, Phoenix. You can be there for us. That's not a Phoenix. Whoops. Go, Rekindling Phoenix. He's got 2 cards in his hand now. He can still only do 2 damage to us. We can't win a race at this point. We can't even win a race at this point. So I think we're on 0 outs now. Considering all he has to do is untap and he wins, I'm pretty sure we're on 0 outs. Whee! Yeah, we're dead. We're definitely dead to double pitch. Could have got him to 6. Maybe he won't see it. So our out now is him not seeing that he can just double pitch. He didn't. He didn't double pitch. Of course, we're still dead to him just drawing a land and using Kenra. Alright. Okay, we're still dead then. Still dead then. He figured it out. Maybe he won't realize this can produce mana. No, he figured it out. Why didn't he double pitch? Alright. This feels good in this match. This feels good in this match. This feels good in this match. These feel good in this match. These feel good in this match. Cards that don't feel good in this match. Crashers don't feel great in this match, and Lightning Strikes typically don't feel great in this match. Actually, pretty easy sideboarding. He probably had the Kenra in his hand. It's the only thing that makes sense. have to bring the Brazen over to Lightning Strikes because of the potential Effort Spear Harvesters? We're using the PTQ top 8 list. Two of the exact 75s made it. I wanted to try it out. I'm pretty sure Harvester's required. But I don't know that to be sure, so I just kind of wanted to test it. I'm pretty sure these black cards in general just aren't worth it. But I'm just testing it. It was, the MTGO PTQ last week had two of this exact 75 in the top 8, and, those fields are not soft at all. So the fact that two of them top 8'd made me really want to give it a try. I'm pretty sure the Scrap Heap Scroungers and License Disintegrations and Heartless Pillage and Duresses just aren't worth it. The Angraf, maybe. Angraf's actually really good in the matches you want it in. Really, really good. But that's why we're trying this list. I call it science. It very well could be. I think it's for basically every grindy match. I actually think Angraf's really good. I think the 5 mana tick up is really good. I'll keep it. This again, like I told you, last game where we even had, after our draw step, we had a 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, and 4 lands, and I didn't think that hand was good. Similarly, do not think this hand is good. These just aren't the type of hands that win these matches. These matches are all about basically Hazret, in my opinion. The Heartless Pillage was good when I drew it, if that counts for anything. Right off, that's already a problem. A problem enough that I have to kill it or I can't attack with any of my 3/1/1s. And now if he untaps and just plays Kari Zev, again I have another problem. At least we're not drawing lands, so it doesn't matter. Yep, that was pretty good for him. Unfortunately, don't think I can do anything about it either. I can't really spend 2 cards to kill this or I'm going to lose. If he's got double Lightning Strike, we're dead. How do we win? I don't think we can win. Of course, when you don't draw a land, you're probably not going to win. Wonder if there was ever an argument just to sack that Beaumont Courier. Probably not when we have what we have. I guess we could have held on defense. He's going to kill this thing? I guess it was going to prevent some damage. Pretty sure I'll let Captain Lannery here become... pretty sure I'll let the treasure come into play and let him sack it and see what happens. Like, maybe he'll greedily go for the kill here. Still not actually sure how we win. Black mana? That's not a black mana. I feel like our best chance is probably attack with this Beaumont and hit something. Man, if we don't hit something, though, we're dead AF, right? Six cards to draw one of three Abrades? 6 cards to draw one of three Abrades. Alright, I'm down to gamble. I think we're far enough behind that gambling seems like the best thing to do. If we're missed, we're not technically dead. Well, we didn't miss, and we did hit our braid. Captain Lannery Storm. That's not good for us. Alright. Do we want to go to 1 life? Or do we want to be at 2? 1 life and 2 is the exact same thing, right? No, Beaumont Courier kills us at 1. It doesn't kill us at 2. One. I think we're just going to kill this one. This gives us an opportunity to win. Wait, how am I dead? It's just 3 damage. How do I have him dead on the crackback? I don't understand any of this. I don't understand either of those things. I don't understand how he's dead on a crackback either. He's just like not dead on a crackback, is he? Oh wait, does he have a? He doesn't have a. Daredevil, strike his face. Oh, he is dead. You're right. Play Bana. Good call. I would have missed that. Wait, that doesn't work at all, James. I don't have that kind of mana. Daredevil makes you spend the mana on the spell. Alright, okay, I didn't miss anything. James is just silly. Daredevil makes you spend the mana. I didn't miss anything, James. You're still. This is just a chat lethal situation. This is just chat lethal, James. I have to just kill the Karizev. Now the question is, whether I'm going to hold back a double blocker to like try to beat an Earthshaker Kenra or not. So we definitely have to kill the Karizev. We're just trying to decide whether I'm leaving back a blocker or not. Or whether I'm leaving back both blockers or not. I think I am leaving back both blockers. I'm going to use the braid on this in case we draw another one of those. If he'd had a shock in his graveyard, he was dead. We had mana if he had a shock. Not. We still don't have mana for a shock, but I want James to feel good about himself. Yeah, we're dead to any burn spell here for sure. But we're not just dead. Like we have outs, right? Like if he doesn't have a burn spell, maybe he just has like Hazrets in his hand. We could beat a Hazret. We could definitely beat a Hazret. We could beat just a Chump Blocker. We can beat an Abrade. We cannot beat a burn spell. He had a burn spell. He's just had double Lightning Strike when Lightning Strike's not particularly good in this match. That's a little sad. And Moto's not doing things. Definitely can't beat a strike. I don't think Lightning Strike's good in that match at all. I intentionally didn't drop it. I intentionally didn't drop it because we were looking for removal to potentially kill the Karizev, which we hit. Like we intentionally didn't cast it. If we'd cast that one turn earlier, we couldn't have used the removal spell the turn he played the Captain Lannery. We'd already be dead. Let's lead with this one and attacks for more. Like, it might not have been the right play, but that was like intentionally what we were doing anyway. Definitely killing this thing. And then getting froggy with it. 5 damage is like a bunch. As long as he doesn't have Pia, I guess he could have any removal spell, Vin. Oh, that was a good draw too, Vin. We just drew the Stone Nuts this game. The sad thing is we drew the Stone Nuts and, like, we've not won. You could have a lot of things here. Like a Harness Lightning on one of these into another, into a Vraska's Contempt or whatever would go a long dang way. Even a Whirler Virtuoso would go a long way right now. I guess a Whirler Virtuoso wouldn't go a long way. It would go some way. Hand was very good, though. Never going to complain about this hand. Ever. This hand's roughly everything we've ever wanted. In a very good matchup. Cool, cycled, so it wasn't Moment of Craving. My buddy Franny's going to log on and watch, he said. Alright. That's one of the reasons the Grixis decks aren't particularly good. Don't get me wrong, the Grixis decks have exceedingly powerful cards, so like when they get their mana, they just win. But like, their mana's not real consistent. We have to go back and rewatch that one game, since chat's saying that I should have played Beaumont. Maybe I should have. Not actually sure. I think we were dead if we didn't. But, like, don't hold me to it. I'm not 100% sure. So, he showed us Glint. He's probably the Grixis mid-range. Versus Grixis mid-range, you typically just want to go bigger. So you want to bring in cards like this, like these, and like this. Hey, Tyne. Hey, Silent. What's up, man? Kind of feel like maybe I want these. Daredevil and getting like one of their Vraska's Contempts or one of their Braids to like deal with their Torrential Gearhulk or even potentially their Scarabs always seems like it's super useful. The problem is we don't have a lot of cards to take out in this build. In the other build, we take out our Braids and our Shocks and stuff, but we don't have Shocks now. Or we don't have the full force Shocks now. So like we're already struggling on cards we want to take out. Lightning Strike may not be good. It could just be worse than License Disintegration. I'm not sure. I think we want as many aggressive things as we can get, though. I think this is as aggressive as our deck can get. Maybe we don't have enough ways to kill like a Whirler Virtuoso, though, if we do it like this. I don't actually think that card's super good. I'm going to try this, just to have a few ways to beat Whirler, but that's probably wrong. What have you been into today, Gunner? Alright, we'll keep it. It's pretty weak, but... Give a 50-minute presentation? How'd it go? What was it about? Well, that's a problematic card. I'm going to start with this. Alright. That card makes me smile. I think the 3 random removal spells seem okay to me. Like, they can kill Scarab, right? And Scarab's the only thing we're ever going to lose to? Like, are we ever losing to a non-Scarab card? Or are we consistently not losing to a Scarab card? I don't really think so. The whole food market. Get out of here, little buddy. Now we can buy back the other dog. Before they sold out to Amazon. Okay, cool. So he's missing a land again? Think I'm just playing the Crasher? Hey, Gobo, what's up, man? He's kind of mana screwed, and this lets us best use our mana because next turn we can buy this back and use this. If he does play a blocker. Doing pretty good today, Gobo. What's up, Yoda? What are you into today, Mr. Yoda? Did it go well, Mr. Gun Gun? Ah, opponent's conceding. Yeah, wow, he had a strong hand. Look at all this. Whew. No, he had the removal, friend. He just didn't have the mana. Yeah, that would have been hard to beat. Alright, well, we've at least acquired our pity chest. The local dope's making fun of our friend Uncle or Grandfather Rob in Facebook right now. The pity chest. I think Robbie's sitting here lying to people right now. I definitely have to mulligan this, but we're too busy to like try to correct him. I'm actually just going to keep this. Yeah, I'm just going to keep this. I think there's enough decks that I'll just want to play like all of these creatures versus, and this is not one of them. God, that was a bad keep by me. Wow. God, we just got smashed. Well, at least our opponent's got the 5-0 dream alive still. I'm just casting this and hoping I can block. That's the best case scenario right now. Throwing an Abrade on one of those two small creatures doesn't really feel like we're doing anything, and we're certainly not racing. But I feel like we have to play spells every turn. So I wouldn't mind if he uses a burn spell here. Now obviously this could suck because if he has like an Earthshaker Kinrer or an On-Crop Crasher, that gets considerably worse for me, but... We can't race. He's on to play. You can't race when they're on the play. You just can't race when they're on the play. They're always an attack ahead of you. Always an attack ahead of you on the play. I mean, maybe if we had some great hand and he didn't, but... This deck does feel weak to red to me. So he has the perfect curve in the Glorybringer. I've played this deck several times, the Lannery the 4 Glorybringer deck, and I've never once had that. It's happened to me multiple times when I've only played versus it. I think I played versus it 4 times and I've seen it twice. I've played it roughly 20 times and didn't get it any. That's disappointing. It's going to be hard for us to beat that, too. We don't really have answers to that in our deck. I think Croppers aren't good. I still think Lightning Strikes aren't good in this match. I still stand by Lightning Strikes aren't good in this match. I mean, we did go 31-3 on stream. So we're in the past 5 days on stream. We're currently, let's see, what are we? 35. I think we're 36-6 in our past 5 days. Sorry, our past 6 days. Alright, this hand's pretty good. Nope. Most of these decks don't, but like, he's not particularly good in this match unless you have Lannery. Yeah, that was a hell of a couple of day stretch, Gio. We have not done well since that stretch. We've done significantly worse since that stretch. Of course, then again, you have to do worse. You can't really do better than that. That was just a really good stretch. Hopefully we can get a black mana and cash this in. I still just have to attack, right? Like at best case it trades? Or at worst case it trades? This game is winnable if we get another land. Could block this, kill this, and trade on both, but we're not worried about that. He is now ahead officially in any type of race scenario. Another Soul Scourge. Goodbye, probably Beaumont. He's killing Pia? He's gotta be killing two things then, right? He's got dual shot too. Yep. But we're absolutely wrecked then. This deck just does not beat this match, I don't think. Our opponent played 6 spells on turn 3, by turn 3. Literally played double our spells. Pretty hard to beat that. If he's got a second removal spell for this Phoenix, I'm just going to rage. I'm just going to rage if he's got another. We can't even attack now, can we? I don't think we can attack. Could have killed his Beaumont during his draw step. But to be honest, I forgot that I had removed the stop. So that's 100% my fault. I had forgot that I had removed the stop. Yep, I should have. Like I said, I forgot that I removed the stop. 100% my fault. Luckily, I don't think it matters at all. But still a mistake. I'd rather kill this one. Nah. I'm having one of those as irrelevant. I'm going to kill the one that can guaranteed deal 2 damage. Red Rover, send us on over a Hazard. What do you do? Probably don't do anything. Attack with a Maul, any 2 spells kill me? I don't know how we win. Maybe his hand's real bad. If this hand's real bad, we could like probably draw a black mana and get somewhere. If he's got a Glorybringer, we have to draw a black mana. Hey, we'd have been basically dead on board had we attacked, so at least that's good. He's got to exert this, though, so at least that's something. So 5... What do we got here? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So black mana wins the game. Black mana wins the game. Will we get there? I mean, we have an out. Black mana wins. That is the opposite of black mana. Yeah, about a million things beat us right now. He's even got an Earthshaker Kenra in his graveyard, so like basic land even beats us. So we have practically no out. That's fair. Deadlands doesn't. Basic Swamp does. Not sure what else we have then. Because now he can block. Any burn spell kills us. Any haste dude kills us. Though he could play around a removal spell with a haste dude. Any land kills us. Chandra kills us. I really hate the Chandra Glorybringer plan in this match. So opponent's got up to 12 cards that I think are unplayable in the red decks, but that's fine. Like, he won this game the turn that he played Dual Shot. The turn that when he got to play 6 spells on the draw versus our 3 spells on the play is when we lost. Like, what he finished the game with is irrelevant. Alright, well, let's go open our chest. Pretty sure that's bulk. I'm not actually sure, but they might reprint it sometime, so it's kind of cool. Thoughts about this deck. It's just worse than red deck wins. The mana was an issue the entire day. This card was particularly not impressive. I mean, we didn't really get the matches that we were supposed to get with this. Like, I think you want to play versus like Grixis and blue-black chart and stuff with this build. Scrappy Scroungers would have been fine versus our one Grixis opponent. But anyway, we went 0-4 versus the red decks. The Phoenix was good. The Phoenix was good every game that we drew it. It just wasn't good enough. I have the opinion that the Phoenix is better than Chandra in just the other build. I don't know if it's better than Hazret, but I do think it's better than Chandra. Yeah, it was a good experiment. I just don't think this deck's good. Like I said before we started the event in my little pre-game talk, I expected to lose to the red decks, and we went 0-4 versus the 2 red decks and beat everything else. That's pretty much what I expected. I dislike that we can't play Soskar Mage because we don't have enough burn spells. The Magma Sprays in the main might be better than Shocks in this meta. Not actually sure. Seem like they do roughly the same thing, but they're better. Replace play. It's not worth much, James. I just opened it out of a random treasure chest. Is the only reason it's there. Yeah, it's not worth much. What's that say? 36 ticks? Yeah, it's not worth much. I think we have the VMA one. Yeah, we have the VMA one. Not worth much. Be cool if it was the other art. But, yep, that's going to do it for us tonight. I appreciate you guys coming by. I'm going to go find some food. Thank you, Yoda, for the follow, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. I would not recommend this deck. I would recommend, if you wanted to play an aggro deck, to focus on mono red and to try to find some cute ways to gain an advantage in the mirror, like maybe some Harvester's side, maybe some Dual Shot side. If you want to go deep enough, potentially even Magma Sprays in the main over Shocks, but something in that similar. If you want to be an aggro decks where I'd want to be, the black did not feel worth it today. Like, the black did some things, but it didn't seem like it did enough things. Alright, so who can we host? Who's playing Standard? I just want to host somebody who's playing Standard. Alright, doesn't look like any of my Standard folks are on, so I'm just going to host Mr. Pete Ward. For any of you who care and or like Magic, Pete Ward, Simon Nilsson, and Matthew Fulks are doing 120 hours of streaming in a row this week in 8-hour shifts. We're currently in the Pete Ward shift. I forget what time it started today. You might want to ask him. Pete Ward's doing Modern. Matthew, during his portions of the stream, are doing Standard. And I imagine Simon will, Mr. Red Tie himself, will probably be doing a mixture, though I do not know. I have not spoken to him. But, yeah, go give this guy a check out. And if you ever want to watch Magic for the next, up until the MLCF playoffs, they plan to be streaming around the clock, 24/7. Take care, everybody, and thank you so much for stopping by. Sorry that I was a disappointment and failed you.